Welcome, Aquarius. The month of May marks the third intense month in a row for energy. We enter the month of May with Pluto going retrograde, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter all move signs. Mercury comes out of retrograde, begins its path forward. Sun moves into Gemini, new moon in Taurus. So we have a lot to talk about. Hi, I'm Tilly, and this is your monthly focus for May 2023. By the end of this video, you'll be able to harness the energy to bring success into your life. And just to let you know, these readings can be applied to your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. Now, the sun represents us, our ego, our motivations. The moon is our emotions, our feelings. And the rising sun is the energy that we put out into the world. So if you don't know your moon, you don't know your rising sign, simply go to my website, tilly.today, click Astro Reports, and under that heading, you'll want to click the free simplified natal report. Put in your info, hit submit, and you get a totally free natal chart that will supply you with this information and so much more. So, okay, let's move on. First, let's look at the planets, their movement, and what this means for you. So May 1st, we have Pluto goes stationary retrograde in, yes, your sign. So it has just come into your sign. And Pluto is your power, your empowerment. He's the fierce warrior within you that will go forward and move forward regardless of the cost. And sometimes that is great for us, and sometimes it's a detriment to us. So I personally love when Pluto goes retrograde, and I love it because Pluto will push us forward. And when we're being pushed forward, sometimes we miss all of this over here. All the opportunities, all the different choices we could have made as we came along because we were so focused on empowering ourselves. And that's Pluto's job. So now it's going retrograde. It'll go back into Capricorn. It'll stay there till the end of the year. Come 2024, yes, Pluto comes back into your sign and will stay until 2044. So if there was ever a time to journal, this would be a time to journal, because it's going to, this energy that you're walking through over the next year is really going to impact how your next 20 years plays out for you. On May 5th, we will have a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and for you, that's work. And so you're going to look at your work, your career. You're going to look at your obligations and responsibilities. And you're going to understand which ones really have potential to move you forward and which ones is just, it's clutter. Where you need to give up control, where you need to surrender, where you need to expect more out of the situation or expect more out of yourself. Did I even continue about the Pluto thing? I don't think I did. Okay, because it's about you. It's about your power. How do you empower yourself? By being true to you, by walking your walk, by standing strong and firm and in confidence of who you are, and using your strength and using your courage to make educated risks based on your talents, your abilities, your magic. So I'm sorry I left that part out. Anyways, we'll move on. May the 7th, Venus will enter, I believe, Cancer. And for you, that is your sixth sign. So it is about your health. It's about your well-being. It's about falling in love with you. So what a beautiful time for this to happen. Because as you fall in love with yourself, you're also looking at your potential of going forward. And what is blocking you. And how to, I heard destroy it, but to eradicate, to dispel, to leave in the past anything that isn't supporting you or moving you forward in the direction you want. On May 15th, okay, now here we get this little bit of a jumble of energy. We got May 15th, Mercury goes stationary direct, and that's in Taurus. May 16th, Jupiter leaves Aries and moves into Taurus. May 19th, we have a new moon in Taurus at 28 degrees, I might add. So there is luck into this moon. So that is all in Taurus for you. So Taurus, I mean, for the next year, some of this energy will continue for the next year, but it's really heated right now in your life. And that is about home. That is about family and how you want to expand. Maybe you're planning a baby. Maybe you are planning to get married. Perhaps you are adopting a family from another country and fostering them as they get settled into your country. I mean, there's 1,001 ways we can. It's also about decorating it and making it yours. Finding that peace, that harmony within your home and family, the support, the love within your home and family. So we could be having lots of conversations, lots of actions around those topics for the next year. But look at where you want to expand. Look at where you want, and look for the potential of expansion. Look for the new beginnings that you want to have. Maybe you want to start a family tradition that was tradition long ago, or maybe you found it on the internet and you thought that was a cool idea, whatever it might be. But it's about inviting things into the home and to the family to feel a sense of abundance, joy, love that resides within that home. On May 20th, Mars will move into Leo, and for you, that's relationships. Well, Mars in relationships and being in Leo to boot. We want successes. We're not going to have the patience for a lot of drama in our lives, for a lot of sit down and let's talk about it moments. That's not going to happen. It's about action. So the best thing that you can do here for your relationship is to plan outings. Plan outings. Okay, to build that relationship deeper. Mars likes to go. Mars likes to accomplish. Mars likes to face a challenge and celebrate the successes. So if you've never been to a water park, now's the time. If you've never walked along a beach, now's the time. If you've never bungee jumped, now's the time. Just kidding. But find things that are exciting, that are exhilarating, that uses all the muscles in our body, that tires us out at the end of the day. Then we'll be ready to talk. Okay, because even Mars needs to take a breather. So it's about putting energy into the relationship, not sitting there and looking at the TV or the computer screen or your cell phones, but engaging with each other and growing that relationship through that engagement. And then on May 21st, the sun will enter Gemini, and that's your 5th house. So a light appears on your happiness, on your joy, on the things that make you giggle and laugh and smile. So it really can be a very beautiful month for you if you utilize this energy. Okay, I've given you a lot of information just there. Let's turn to the cards now, shall we? Because that will reveal even more to us. Our shadow card for the month of, so the shadow card is the underlying energy. Okay, it may never even come up in topic, but it is the underwriting energy that is affecting everything else that we do, we say, we think, we speak. And it's the Knight of Cups. Well, this is the knight in shining armor, ready, picking you up, taking you for that picnic under the apple tree by the bubbling brook. Okay, the deer and the bunny rabbits are all out there in the meadow. You can see them on the forest line. It's about celebrating each other. It's about taking time to bring in beauty into our relationships, into our worlds. This could be the knight in shining armor. Definitely you might meet somebody in May. We'll see what the rest of the cards have to say. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. So we start with gratitude. Okay, if you're already doing a gratitude journal, I commend you, okay, because that is one way to true happiness. It does increase your happiness. It has been proven by the scientists, okay? But it's about being grateful. And maybe if all the lights were green today on your way to work, you might want to say thank you. Maybe if you pulled yourself back off crossing the street and this transport went within inches of you, you said thank you. Maybe you got a compliment at the coffee shop. Say thank you. Maybe, no, I could go on and on, couldn't I? You know, it's the little things we need to be grateful for, to realize that there are miracles, little tiny miracles happening in our life each and every step we take. And the more we can attach ourselves to that kind of feeling, that kind of energy, and to know that things are happening for our, somebody holds the door open, you say thank you to them, of course, but say thank you because somebody noticed you, somebody saw you, somebody was nice to you, somebody was courteous. Somebody was raised right by their mama. So it's about working gratitude into every part of it. It's in the first position, so it's about being grateful. About being grateful for having a pillow to put your bed on and putting a pillow to put your head on at night, or it could be when you open up your eyes and you have a whole day to step into adventures and opportunities and learning experiences. We have the moon as our second card. So it's a lot of from the heart, okay? It's a lot of connecting with your true passions, your true desires, what you believe would be harmony in your life, love in your life, happiness in your life. How will you know when it arrives? What does it look like through your eyes? And look at the heart center when you're doing this, okay? Because it's just about you. It's about your feeling of balance, your feeling of freedom, your feeling of liberation, your feeling of love, happiness, joy. So ask yourself questions throughout the month of, what does joy look like to me? How can I create joy in my life? What things are joyful now in my world? How can I add to it? What is love to me? Is it them doing things for me, or saying it constantly, or complimenting me constantly, or buying me things constantly, or doing those little chores for me constantly? What is love to me? How do I say, wow, they must really love me to do that, or say that, or be that for me? Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. The new path is forming for you as we speak. You are ready. You have gone through all the trials and tribulations in order to get to the here and now. And I commend you for that. Honestly, I do, because it's hard. It's hard to get to the points where you've got all the lessons under your belt. You are ready to go forward. We're dressed in white, so we're looking towards the new beginnings. The sunflowers in the front of the car are almost statements of your past accomplishments in order to be able to go forward. They're your accomplishments. They're your successes. They're your learning experience where you took away great sage wisdom. And we talked to, the curtain is very thin. The curtain is very thin. So talk to God, your angels, your guides. Talk to your past loved ones. Talk to the universe, that divine energy, your higher self, of where you are going, what you are stepping into, what you want to create, what you want to invent, what you want to give birth to. Okay, work and career. Look at this, the lovers. This is growing a deeper passion and desire for the things that you maybe already do in your life. This is taking it to the next level. This is seeing where you can step up into a new promotion. This is where whatever you do, you embrace it. There's passion and potential. There's motivation and momentum here. There's drive. And it's about embracing your potential and your creativity and what you can do. Once again, it's about you. That's where you're going to get your power from. Okay? Is you standing in your truth, fueling your desires with passion and commitment, and maybe sacrifice in order to get what you want today, and going for a short time without because of it. Now, this is work. So, work and career. So, it's not so much relationships unless you're growing stronger bonds with the people that you work with or the people that have a say in your future. Could be that as well. If you don't work, it's your stature in the community or within the home and how you work that into your life. Maybe you bake the best cookies. Maybe you can fix any little tiny small engine that anything breaks, any small appliance or something. You're the person everybody calls to and leans on. Okay, so look at it from that angle then. Okay. Love and relationships, the Seven of Pentacles. Where's your focus? Are you trying to grow that relationship? Are you present in the relationship? Where's your focus? Where's your attention? And I think it needs to turn a little bit more back to the relationship. Not saying that you are even ignoring them in some way, but this heightens it for everybody of making sure that our focus is on the people we love the most. You know, we're with people for a while and we can come home after a bad day and completely throw up all over them, knowing that they'll love us at the end of the day and they'll understand. And we don't even have to say we're sorry half the time. And that happens in every relationship at some point or another, but you need to recognize it and you need to say, wow, you didn't deserve that. Thank you so much for being my sounding board. Thank you for letting me vent, and just saying, I see you and I see what you did for me. And I love you even more because of that. Okay? It doesn't hurt, it's words. And it's cementing that passion, that deepened passion is what I heard. So, where is your focus? Okay, now if you're looking at a new relationship, you're trying to find a partner. For the Seven of Pentacles, where is your focus? Now, where is your focus? Is it on your own happiness? Is it about bringing joy into somebody else's life by them getting to be with you? Because that's kind of important. When you look at it that way, it's a whole different scenarios, right? So you can either be in love with yourself or be in love with the fact that you can make anyone's world better just by being in your presence because you're that person. And if you're not that person, then what things do you need to work on in order to become that person? What standard do you need to rise to so that you attract the right kind of energy coming into you, right? If you're down here, you're going to attract somebody down here. If you want to attract somebody up here, you've got to raise yourself up to that level. Your vibration, your energy. But I really don't see it being a problem so far with these cards in the astrology. How do we use our spirituality? Look at this, the Five of Cups. Oh, we look in the past and we're so sad. We look at our failures. We fail to turn around and see those two cups standing upright. The ones that we can fill with all the joy and love and abundance we could ever muster, and even more, let them overflow, for goodness sakes. We deserve it. And you truly do. And this is about looking at those cups through meditation, through prayer, through contemplation, to imagine those cups overflowing with abundance and love and joy and celebration. That is the best way to utilize your spirituality this month to move towards your goals. Health and well-being, Five of Wands. It's about getting out there and being part of the team. And I know you're an Aquarian, of course you're part of the team. But there's this sense of participating and showing up with your talents, with your abilities, not trying to shadow them, not trying to hide them, not trying to, and maybe it's to make somebody else feel better. You're not there to make them feel better. It's up to them to feel good about themselves as well. But we let everybody come to the table and share what they have, their strengths, their abilities, their talents, the unique personality of who they are. But we also have to show up and bring that to the table too. Okay? If you don't, you're going to feel like it's going to weigh on you this month, okay? It's going to pull you down in energy because you didn't share a part of yourself. That you should have stepped up. You should have said that word. You should have opened the door, whatever it might have been. Okay, so just be more aware of being of service to others, I would think. increases your happiness level. Okay, and when we're happy and we got that higher vibration, it's much harder to catch those little pesky bugs out there and get run down and not feel well and get under the weather. Okay. Okay, here we go. A Nature's Whispers card. Oh, okay. Better cut them before they decide to pick the card themselves. They've been known to do that. And we have Illumination. The 2 energy appears. Illumination. Now I'm going to hold that up because there are pictures within the pictures within the pictures with most of these illustrations. They're dynamic. The artist was absolutely dynamic, and the writer as well. So I just love the whole deck from start to end. Illumination. Just as a full moon sheds its light on our world, you are being shown that there is hope and guidance for you. Have faith. Just holding on to belief in yourself will plant the seed of manifestation in your life. You are being asked to release any worry, any fear that you may be harboring. The clarity you desire is at hand. All you need is something in which to place your faith. So trust in yourself, your support, and the divine. You will be assisted in difficult times. This can also signify inspiration and new love. There is a shedding of light on hidden treasures and or surprises. So, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.